Now, the protests in the Canadian capital continue to grow as we speak. And in the center of it all is the Canadian Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, and his family have been moved to a secret location as thousands rally in Ottawa against the government's policies. The Prime Minister, who likes to express his views on almost everything happening in the world, whether it impacts Canada or not, is mum when it comes to his own turf. The last statement Justin Trudeau made was on Friday. He called the truckers a fringe minority, and since then, there has been nothing but silence. Over a year ago, similar mass protests took place in India. Now, thousands of farmers from the northern part of the country organized a sit-down demonstration against the 3 farm laws now repealed. And Justin Trudeau, back in December of 2020, lectured New Delhi on its peaceful protests.
I would be remiss if I didn't start also by recognizing the news coming out of India about the protest by farmers. The situation is concerning, and we're all very worried about family and friends. I know that's the reality for many of you. Let me remind you, Canada will always be there to defend the right of peaceful protest. We believe in the importance of dialogue, and that's why we've reached out through multiple means directly to the Indian authorities to highlight our concerns.
India responded firmly. The Canadian High Commissioner was summoned. A démarche was issued. The Indian External Affairs Minister withdrew from an event hosted by Canada in protest. Trudeau tried to emerge as the champion of rights. However, his past actions reveal a different picture. For years, Canada has challenged the minimum support price at the World Trade Organization. And in October of 2020, even before the protests began in India, Canada slammed the government of India for giving farm subsidies. In other words, Trudeau, who claims to support India's farmers, has challenged the Indian government's farmer-friendly policies at the world body. A few months before that, in July of 2020, Canada had set of 25 questions for India. It was on farm subsidies, on how the government of India was supporting its farmers. Why? Because Canada says the subsidy being given to the Indian farmers was impacting global agricultural trade. Now, Trudeau, as you see, is not for the Indian farmers. He was instead reaping domestic benefits. Canada is home to over 700,000 Sikhs, and Trudeau has more Sikh ministers in his cabinet to please whom the Canadian Prime Minister interfered in a matter internal to New Delhi.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.